Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the invisible engine of modern retail. It's a logistics strategy that lets companies get products onto shelves faster and cheaper than you can possibly imagine. They call it the no-storage warehouse.
Okay, so picture a warehouse. What do you see? I bet it's just massive shelves, right? Stacked to the ceiling with boxes. But what if I told you there's a type of warehouse that completely breaks that rule? A warehouse whose entire job is to store absolutely nothing at all.
Now, this isn't some kind of riddle. It's a real and, frankly, revolutionary strategy that the world's biggest companies use to move millions of products every single day. It's how they keep shelves stocked and prices low, basically by turning their trucks into rolling piggy banks.
So what's this magic called? It's cross-docking, and it literally transforms a warehouse from this slow, expensive storage unit into a high-speed transfer hub. The whole point isn't to hold inventory, it's to get it from the incoming truck to the outgoing truck as fast as humanly possible. And when I say fast, I mean staggering speed. We are not talking about days or weeks of storage. No way. Goods arrive and are shipped out in less than 24 hours. And in a really dialed-in system, it can be just a matter of minutes. It's just a constant blur of motion. But look, this isn't just about being fast for the sake of it. Every single goal here points to one thing: radical efficiency. I mean, if you eliminate storage, you slash costs. If you reduce handling, products get to customers faster, and you save on labor. It is a genuine win-win-win for the business, the supplier, and of course for you, the customer. So how on earth does this high-speed dance work without just becoming total chaos? Well, it's all down to a meticulously planned 5-step operation that has to run like a Swiss watch. You know, it has to run like absolute clockwork. It all kicks off with planning, even before the truck arrives. Suppliers send a digital heads-up, called an advanced shipping notice, so the dock knows exactly what's coming. Then, when the goods are received, they're scanned and immediately whisked away for sorting. From there, they might get consolidated with other shipments heading to the same place. And then, boom, they're loaded directly onto an outbound truck. No stopping, no storing, just pure continuous flow.
But here's the thing. Cross-docking isn't just one rigid method. Oh no. Companies can actually pick the model that best fits what they need. And there are 3 main flavors to choose from.
So first up, you've got pre-distribution. This is the simplest and by far the fastest model. Here, the supplier does all the hard work ahead of time, labeling every single box for its specific destination, like the Walmart in Omaha. The cross-docking facility just has to move it from the inbound truck to the outbound truck that's heading to Omaha. It's incredibly efficient.
Then you have post-distribution. Now this one's all about flexibility. A truckload of, say, unassigned t-shirts arrives, and the facility system decides right then and there where it needs to go based on the very latest sales data. This lets a company react instantly to what customers are buying right now.
And finally, there's opportunistic cross-docking. And this is a really clever hybrid approach. A product might be scheduled to go into the regular warehouse for storage, right? But if a new customer order suddenly pops up for that exact item, the system flags it and says, hey, let's cross-dock this one immediately, saving a ton of time and effort.
Now, you might be thinking, this sounds amazing. Why doesn't every company do this? Well, as powerful as it is, it's not a silver bullet. It really requires a very specific set of conditions to truly work its magic. So when is it the right move?
At its core, cross-docking thrives on 2 things: predictability and high volume. Think about groceries, for example. A store knows it's going to sell a certain amount of milk and bread every single day. That predictability makes it perfect for fast-moving retail goods, for automotive parts, and especially for e-commerce, where, let's be honest, speed is absolutely everything.
But pulling this off is a high-stakes game. It takes incredible coordination, and it carries some pretty significant risks if things go wrong. So what exactly does it take to get it right? Okay, so here's the trade-off. On one side of the scale, the benefits are just massive. Lower costs, less warehouse space, way faster fulfillment. But on the other side, the challenges are very real. Everything, and I mean everything, hinges on perfect coordination. One late truck from one supplier can throw the whole system into chaos. It demands some seriously powerful technology for real-time visibility because there is simply no buffer for error. None.
And this quote just nails it. It's about a fundamental shift in mindset. A warehouse is no longer this boring cost center where goods just sit and gather dust. It becomes a dynamic, value-adding nerve center that is designed for one thing and one thing only: speed and flow. Which really leaves us with one final thought. We've seen how modern logistics is all about prioritizing constant motion over static storage.
So my question to you is, where else in our world? Think about information, finance, even media. Where else do you see this exact same principle at play? This idea of transforming everything by simply moving faster instead of storing more?